Hi friends, Dean here with Escape to Gaming. I apologize for being away from YouTube for quite some time. I've had some pretty bad health problems, and in fact I'm really not even up to feeling good enough to even do this, but I've had so many people have PM'd me and sent me messages and comments on some of my last videos. Dean, where are you? You know, it's been weeks, we haven't seen a video from you, is everything okay? And so I'll just quickly touch on it and move on. I've got some internal bleeding problems. I had a problem 2 years ago with my esophagus and my stomach, and then ultimately my colon was badly infected. Similar problems that I think Glenn Fry had right when he died, which is at the same time I was going through that same problem. It's complicated by taking a lot of pain pills as well, filtering through your colon and liver and kidneys and all that. So there's a lot of factors involved, and it just gets compiled with more issues. And basically, and I've been working like 6-7 days a week for months now. I actually have taken the last 2 weeks off, including all this week. This is a Friday, I'm filming this, and took the week off before that because I've been so sick. I go to my jobs and I have to pull my truck over on the side of the road and throw up. Just getting to my jobs. Nothing worse than working, doing hard physical labor all day when you're sicker than a dog and you feel like your insides are dying. I mean, I just feel like something like died inside me. No matter what I eat, a bowl of cereal, or I can't eat all of the, pizzas and cheeseburgers. I can't drink, soda and beer and a lot of that stuff anymore. Every time I'll splurge once a month and I'll get a cheeseburger or something, I pay for it severely. So enough said on that. I failed my colon screening test. They said they found blood, and so they're concerned about it, but I have my test is like a couple weeks away. I'm waiting in case if someone cancels and I'll be moved up on the calendar, so I don't know, hopefully it's nothing terminal like cancer. I'm inclined to think it's more problems with my colon and intestines, but we'll see. Really bad times. I got these back problems, which are bad enough, making working very painful, and even the drive home after work is just excruciating, and I can't really take pain pills when I'm driving because it's against the law, so it's like a nightmare. I mean, I can barely get out of my truck when I pull up in front of my driveway after the end of the day, so it's been tough. I took 2 weeks off just to try to rest and recoup, and I've been dying to do a video. In fact, I have a video response to my good friend Mike at Sega CD Universe I want to do, but I'll probably do that next. This is more of an update just to let you know where I'm at, what's going on. So enough said with that. I'm going to have a definitive test soon where they'll put me out and they'll go through my insides and figure out what's going on. And then I can make some new plans from there to hopefully get through this, hopefully without surgery if I can. Excuse me. So stomach doesn't feel too good right now actually, but another E3's come and gone. I've been weighing in. I'd make a few light comments on Twitter and Facebook about it, but there are actually a lot of games that are coming out this year. Compared to last year, I could barely buy any games, and I did ultimately, thanks to some wonderful gifts, I was able to get a couple digital downloaded games, which I still haven't got to yet. But it's been a great year for games. I still haven't played my Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 yet, or Ghost Recon Wildlands, even though I started to build my character creation Ghost Recon Wildlands, but I just haven't, it hasn't really materialized. But I have played, got some good games. I got the new Wipeout collection, which is outstanding. It looks so good on the PS4 Pro, in 4K and with the HDR lighting and colors and everything. It's just incredible. I bought this earlier, actually several months ago, but I finally played quite a bit of this for a couple hours and really had a lot of fun. It's a learning curve with all the weapons and all that, but a lot of fun. I finally won one of the big battles. It took like almost 2 hours to complete it, but I'm having a blast with this. I just got Flat Out 4, which I've been playing the shit out of. I've actually made a pretty good sized dent in this. I've bought a couple of cars already. And I've completely upgraded one of the cars, and this has got nothing but just really bad, piss poor reviews. I don't know why. It's very addictive, very fun. It's a grind. I will say that the game it's a slow burner. You have to go through a lot of events to unlock and to get enough money and to get all the upgrades and the cars that you need to win. But so far, I'm having an absolute blast with this, and I can't put it down. I've played this more than anything the last couple of weeks. I've played this a couple times, about 3 times so far. I posted one of my races, one of the stadium truck races up on Facebook. But this is outstanding. I'm having a lot of fun with this. It reminds me a lot of Dirt 2, which is my favorite. Still some of the Gymkhana events and all that, but a lot of fun. And the graphics are great on the PS4 Pro and this. And then I finally got this. They dropped the price from 40 to 30 bucks. And I traded in my PS3 version of this, which actually had both of the same games, Game of the Year editions. So I finally got this and installed it. Man, what a wonderful game this is. I'm dying to play this. I've been wanting to play it even when I got the PS3 version. Now I do have on the PS3, I have Batman Arkham Origins, which I played several hours, maybe 5 or 6 hours of it, and got a good head start in it, but never returned to it. And I'd like to, actually, because it was really a lot of fun. So I'm dying. Everyone says, oh, Dean, if you like that, you love the Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So very excited about this. I also have, in the other room, I got the Batman collection, the entire 3 seasons on Blu-ray, which I'm having a blast watching. I hadn't seen those since I was a kid. I mean, in the 60s. I saw them all live as they were coming on. There'd be 2 episodes per week, and I'd watch them all. We had a little 13-inch black and white TV, and if I was lucky enough to be over at my grandparents' house, I could see it in color on their big console, color TV. So, and I'm dying. I have all the DLC for this to where you can play as the 60s Batman and everything, so I'm dying to get into this soon. I finally broke down and went out and got the 4 terabyte Western Digital Passport external hard drive backup deal for the PS4 Pro. Very simple to install. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. You can have all your games. I got like 71 games all installed. And what I did is I kept all my digital downloads on the actual PS4 Pro hard drive, and then all my games that are on disc I've got on the Western Digital. Now I'm not sure. I know with the Seagate 4 terabyte one, they found the load times are actually faster going off from the external hard drive. And I don't know if that's the same deal with the Western Digital one, but I love it. It's just great because I mean I have so much storage left over after having all these games. It's just a wonderful thing. I should have done it a long time ago. It's about time that Sony finally made that available. We had a firmware update where you can now have the external hard drive. I think up to 8 terabytes, but frankly for me, 4 terabytes is like more than enough. I've barely used half with 71 games. So I'm very excited. I was actually able to re-download some digital games that I had that I just didn't have room for. So I played them and beaten Lifeless Planet and Firewatch, and now I've reinstalled those again, which is great. So it's nice to have all my games in one place. On top of that, because it's real hot here, it's been like 108, 107 degrees. It's very hot in the summers here in Sacramento. So, and even though I have the air conditioning on, pretty much 24/7, my TV console gets a little hot even with the doors open. So I got a 2-inch hole saw bit, and I drilled all these 2-inch holes behind all of my consoles and my Blu-ray player, so there's a lot more ventilation. And I've checked it. I've tested how hot it gets in the PS4 Pro in the back of the unit, and it breathes a lot better now. So I'm real happy with that. Just lots of little, tweaks and things I've been doing. I've been, kind of revamping the game room as well. It looks really good. I'm real happy with the progress on it. I'll have to show, I've got a whole bunch of new original Xbox games, maybe 7 or 8 new games, which unfortunately I can't show right now. I have to go through and find them all, and I just completely forgot about it until right now. And I have another one today. I got the Call of Cthulhu, which I've been waiting for like 2 years to find. And then late last night I got a call from my Dimple store, like at 9 at night. I'm like, what the hell are they calling me for? I haven't ordered anything. And they go, Dean, we got your Call of Cthulhu in for the original Xbox. I go, oh, really? I didn't know. Well, what they have is they have a locator. So if you can't find the game in any of their 6 stores, they'll put you on a computer list. And then on this list, if the game does come in a year or so later, they'll call you and let you know. So even if it comes in at the store over in Folsom or whatever, they'll ship it to my Roseville local store and it's a beautiful thing. That way I have all of my the rare games that I've been kind of waiting to get. I've got a couple other ones on that list too. I can't remember what they are, but we'll see. Hopefully they'll come in. But this is one that prices are going up to $40 to $100 on eBay for this Call of Cthulhu. I could have bought it for $20 recently. I think it was like maybe a year or so ago. I guess it was a little bit longer than I thought, and I didn't know what it was. I went home and researched it. Oh, that looks good. I went back to get it the next day, and naturally it was gone because it's a highly collectible game. So I'm going to pick it up for $6.99 for $7 too. It's so cheap. I go, does it have the original manual? Oh yeah, no, very clean. The disc is in great shape. It's got the original manual. I go, well, good. I'll be there tomorrow after work and pick it up. So I've been out in sales calls this morning. I got a few other calls I'm going to make today, but I wanted to quickly get this video out just to kind of let people know what's going on with me and with gaming. I'm so happy with this PS4 Pro setup I've got, and in fact they got the new. I'm also picking up the Blu-ray. They have all 52 or 54 seasons or episodes of the original Speed Racer cartoon, which I had on DVD, but only 23 episodes. And now I can get the entire TV show, 50-something odd episodes on Blu-ray, all remastered for like $19.99 used. It's like someone bought it, and I think they watched a few of them and brought it back. So they go, we can sell you, a new one for $32 if you want a used one. It's in perfect condition for $19.99. We'll hold it for you. I said, I'll pick it up today. So anxious to get that. There's a few other games I'm anxious to get, but I'm buried in games right now. I'm dying to play these new Batman games. I still have Mad Max, which my good friend Carrot at Angry Centaur Gaming just did a wonderful hour-plus long walking the walk of this game, and he picks out a lot of the minutia that I love and appreciate about the game. I'll have a link for his wonderful video below. My favorite thing about Carrot, I met him because of the Mad Max review that he did when the game first came out, but he does a series of these walking the walk deals where he goes through the game and he kind of walks or drives to the game and he talks about the minutiae and the details of why he thinks that world, those big open worlds, are so fantastic, why they work, why they don't, a lot of the love and attention and detail that goes into them. And he really did Mad Max justice. You can see by watching it. I've got several videos as well on it, which I'll have maybe a link to a few of those videos below if you really want to check this game out. This game is highly recommended. My game of the year for 2015. I have about 66% progress. I checked it yesterday. I think I'm going to put this back in. I want to finish playing this. I've got over 250 hours with 4 attempts. I'm so close to wrapping it up. I've already found like every loot location. I've done all the side missions and races and stuff. So I was saving the kind of eating my peas and carrots first and saving the steak for last, and saving the final main missions for last. I'm just about to do the big race to where you finally obtain the big V8, which I still haven't had a V8 with 250 hours in it, but a great game. So I want to finish this, and I want to kind of go through it. I'm tempted to finish Fallout 4. I've got 142 hours in. I'd love to finish that and place the DLC on it. I also have Far Cry 4 I want to finish, so I'm going to try to spend more time gaming. I'm finding ways to game a combination of sitting up and laying down on the couch. I can game for about 90 minutes comfortably, and anything after that is very uncomfortable, and I have to really squirm and find ways to get comfortable to do it. So my days of doing 5 and 7 hours straight through sessions have kind of come to an end, unfortunately, unless I'm laying down. If I'm laying down, I can do it. I just shift from one side of the couch to the next. And, it's awkward, but it's doable. But I'm having a lot of fun with the games. My friend Clint's got my original Xbox pretty close to being done. He finally found a nice Samsung DVD drive to replace the older lackluster Thompson drive that are prone to breaking in it. I think he's upgraded the main hard drive in it and replaced the clock capacitor. It's very close. We're just trying to decide what's the best way to either hard or soft mod it for coin ops and all that. So I'm very excited about that. That's will be coming soon. If I have that by Christmas time, I'll be happy. I mean, that's like a big dream of mine to have that, all those emulated Super NES and Sega Genesis games, and maybe even some C64 games if they're available for that. We'll see. E3, I'll talk about briefly. It actually wasn't too bad. I didn't watch too much on it. I watched the Sony press conference for like an hour or so, which is pretty good. My wife and I watched. It's really the only thing I saw live. And then I watched some recaps, you know, the best moments from Bethesda and Ubisoft and stuff like that. So I made a list of some of the games that look really good to me, and I want to talk about some of the things at E3 that I saw. It's a little late now. Everyone else has already talked about it to death, but I wanted to, you know, kind of render my opinion one way or the other. My glasses on here. Needless to say, the Wolfenstein 2 Colossus looks fantastic. I'm very excited about that. That's going to be one hell of a game. I just went down and pre-ordered the special $100 edition where you get the little, it's a foot tall little statue of B.J. Blazkowicz with a little, he has like a little leather coat you can put on him and all these extra guns and hatchets and stuff. It's pretty cool. It comes with a poster and some playing cards or something too, but I had to have the special edition of that. I'm just so excited about that. The new Metro Exodus looks fantastic. Oh, another wonderful game. I have the remastered version of Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, which I've played a little of both, and the graphics are outstanding. I need to go back and finish those too. Gran Turismo Sport, I don't know that they showed too much at E3, but I have seen more trailer footage and more gameplay footage of that. It looks outstanding. Call of Duty World War II, naturally. Gravel, I'm waiting to see more. It looks like a fun arcade game, kind of like the old MotorStorm Pacific Rift. I'm excited about that. Need for Speed Payback. Finally, it's going to return to an offline mode. I would have nothing to do with the last one. And it's again like The Crew. I mean, enjoy it while it lasts, while it's popular. And then once they pull a plug, you might as well throw that disc away. It's meaningless. So the fact that I can have that game and play it offline with a whole of customization, kind of more of a Fast and Furious story-based deal, kind of like the Need for Speed The Run, which is one of my favorites. So very excited about that. I've heard rumors of LA Noire being remastered. That would be very exciting. The PSVR, some new things on that. I think they've got this Arizona Sunshine thing. It looks really cool. I'd love to get that. You know, between that and this new Xbox One X, which I was initially going to have nothing to do with, but I'm so excited about the backwards compatibility with some of the original Xbox. And I say some of the original Xbox. I don't think they're going to have a big library of original Xbox backwards compatible games. Probably Crimson Skies, and a lot of those games I already have, to be honest with you. They've already emulated them for the Xbox 360. You can get them off Xbox Live Arcade. I have the game Black digitally downloaded my Xbox 360. I've got, you know, Call of Duty Classic, which is the old PC ported over for the 360. I've got San Andreas remastered, beautiful copy of it. In the Xbox 360, I got like 27 hours or so on that already. I've got Crimson Skies, I can't remember the name of it, but the Crimson Skies, a great flying game that was for the original Xbox. I've got that one. And a couple others, and Max Payne 1 and 2 and stuff like that. So it's nice that they're going to have a lot of those very popular games are coming back for the original Xbox. So based on that, the fact that it probably has an even better built-in 4K Blu-ray player with HDR and everything is compelling for me. For $500, it's a hell of a deal. The thing that kind of put it over the top for me, which I just discovered like a day or two ago, is that the Cuphead game, which I'm very excited about, kind of like a Betty Boop 30s cartoon style, is an Xbox and PC exclusive, which I didn't know. I guess I was the last person to know that. So I was very dismayed over that. So to play that, I'm going to have to play it on an Xbox One. So I don't know if I can swing it this year, but if I can, I'm going to see about getting an Xbox One X, you know, with the 6 teraflops and better GPU. It's a PS4 Pro, but with the Xbox stuff. So because of the backward compatibility games for the Xbox 360 and the original Xbox, and then even the Duke controller, they're remaking the old giant oversized Batman-looking Duke controller for the original Xbox, they're going to have available as a brand new controller. And I think you can use it with the Xbox One, which is fantastic. So Microsoft surprised me. I wasn't going to have anything to do with it, but I really like what I saw with Forza 7 and that Cuphead game. So for those two exclusives alone, I'll probably get it. Whether I can do it this year or not, we'll see. Because I want the PSVR 2, and I'm going to have to kind of pick and choose. Or I may have to hold off on both of them till next year and focus on getting my retro collection done, because the prices are going up on these games. I'm so close. I can taste it. I'm so close to getting my collection wrapped up for the most part to where I want it, to where it's 90% there, and then I don't mind once a year getting a few games that I discover are good. There's a game called Road Rage. It's kind of like and another one called Road Redemption, which looks a lot like the old Road Rash game, and I posted some footage on my Facebook on that. It looks fantastic. So I'd like to get both of those games. I think they're both going to be available this year. I know initially they have the Road Redemption was a PC deal, and they've had some original betas or something you can play it, but I haven't played it yet. But it looks good. It looks like they've made a lot of changes in it and made it to where it's more playable now. Skull and Bones looks like it's kind of a co-op online only game. I don't know if it's off a server. I think it has a campaign. I think the Wikipedia says it may have a solo campaign, but is it going to be off a server, like The Last Need for Speed or The Crew? I don't know, but it looks good. It's taking the best parts of the ship battle system from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and they're going to have it for this, make a whole game around that mechanic, which is kind of cool. Red Dead Redemption 2, more great stuff on that I saw. Days Gone, I saw it, and more gameplay that Sony showed. Looks really good. Forza 7, I just mentioned, looks outstanding. And then this Call of Duty 4 Remastered. I was going to get that. Instead, I got the Batman Return to Arkham at the last minute because they dropped the price on it, and I've been really dying to play that. But I really would like to play that COD Remastered, or the COD 4, the Modern Warfare, the first one, just for the campaign and none of the multiplayer stuff. But and that's pretty much it. I got a new 3 terabyte backup, which is right behind here. You can barely see it behind my monitor, but I've got a 3 terabyte, larger size backup for that because I maxed out my other one from my computer. So I've had to spend a bunch of money. I had to buy my wife a new computer. We had a power surge, and it fried her old computer. So I got her a new Asus computer for her desk, and then she got 2 matching Dell monitors, and she's got the same 3 terabyte backup as well. So I've been helping her get that all up to speed, up and running. She loves it. She's going to start working at home more, which will be nice. So that's pretty much what's going on with that. Oliver almost died, my outdoor Maine Coon cat. You get really sick. One of my neighbors called and was like literally in tears. Dean, little Oliver looks bad. I didn't know. I didn't see him for a few days. I'm like, where the hell is he? He's not coming for his food. I hope he's all right. And he was just sitting in this corner under a bush in the rain. He had his little head down. He didn't look well. So I took him in and spent hundreds of dollars on him, having tests and blood work done. He apparently got another fight with a cat, had a bad abscess, so I had to have him treated. So I spent a lot of money lately with things that breaking around the house and problems, with the house. And then, poor little Oliver, I had to take him, and I was in tears. I was terrified he was going to die because I've lost a couple of my other cats to health issues, and I get really nervous every time there's a problem. But thank God he's feeling great now. He's eating back to normal again. I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to kind of cover. Just getting my collection up, try to get it done here. I'm hoping later this year, if things pick up, I can take a few $100s, between maybe $300 and $500, and just put it on eBay and get these last handful of PS1 games and original Xbox games and PS2 games and what have you, just to finish my collection. And then if I can get my modded Xbox done and have that coin ops thing, boy, that'd be awesome. So that's kind of my goal this year. If I can swing it, maybe the PlayStation VR and or the Xbox One X, which is, again, I wasn't planning on getting, but it looks like it's my kind of console where I have a 4K HDR TV. I mean, it really would be outstanding. Forza 4 is going to run at 60 frames a second at 4K with HDR and everything. It's going to be outstanding. So I would get it just for that and for Forza Horizon 3 and then this Cuphead game, which looks good, if I can afford it. So like I've mentioned before, I can only afford to spend like less than 5% of my income towards my movies and games and hobbies and stuff. So I have to be very selective. I have to pick and choose each month what I can afford to get or not get. But anyway, that's it. That's just a quick update, just to kind of let you know where I'm at. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for many of the kind comments that you've left. A lot of people have been very concerned. Dean, where are you? Is everything all right? We haven't seen you in weeks, and I felt bad. This is like where I don't have a lot of friends in the real world. This is the only way I can really connect with people, and I enjoy it. I really like the interaction on YouTube with my friends and fans or viewers or whatever you wish to call them. I call them friends. The fan thing is strange to me. I prefer to look at them on an equal playing field, and I like them all. A lot of people will come and go in your life. Sometimes people will be really into your channel for a while, and then they kind of burn out on it, and then they go on to something else. That's life. But I want to thank the people that are consistently watch my videos. Not everyone comments. It's nice to see even a brief comment, just so I know who you are. I know that you're watching, because otherwise I don't know. I've had people that have watched my channel for years I didn't even know, and some of them have even done video responses, which I found out months or a year later. It's like, well, wow, if you'd let me know, I would have been thrilled to acknowledge the video response. And thanks so much for watching and thinking enough of my content to even do a VR. I do appreciate it. So that's pretty much it. Life is good. I've got little Vinny over here sitting in his little kitty condo, sleeping with me. He's been a huge help. He's been very comforting. Him and Oliver these last couple of weeks. It's been tough. I mean, there's been days where I've just been in a really dark, very depressing hole. When you've had your whole life, you feel good about yourself and your hobbies and your goals and your business, everything. And then you lose that. All of a sudden, someone rips the rug out from under you and you lose the health, something you've taken for granted for over 50 years. It really can screw with you. I mean, it kind of messes with your head. My wife also had a really intense surgery about 3 months ago, and so we both have been, she's still recovering from that, and then she has some other health problems as well, so the two of us have just been hit over the head with constant health problems. I haven't spent time with my wife, intimately, God, in quite some time, in months, because of all these health problems. And it's like all the things that you take for granted in life, you realize how precious they are, and you realize that you have to make the most of every day. Be careful of the choices that you make in your life. Please take care of yourself now. Don't make the mistake I made. I drank, 55-gallon drums of Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi and tons of beer and alcohol and everything else. I mean, I pretty much was a hedonist and lived life to the fullest. And ate what I wanted, drank what I wanted. And now I'm paying for it, to where I'm on a very limited diet, and even that's just killing me. I'm just not agreeing with me. Everything I eat, it just doesn't agree with me at all. And it's creating a lot of health problems and problems with me socially. I have a hard time getting out of the house to even work or to go out and see people, and job leads and stuff like that for business. So it's been a good year for business. Things have picked up. It's going in the right direction. I'm trying to make up for last year where I took so much time off with my back surgery. And I've paid off, thousands of dollars of credit cards. I had a credit card that I had $3,500 on. I paid that off. I had another one with over $2,500. I paid it off. I have one more left that's like $3,000 or $4,000. Once it's paid off, that's it. I'm caught up, and I can go back to saving my money again like I should be. At my age, I got to really think about the future and even life insurance and all that stuff. So we're looking into a lot of stuff. In case something happens to me, I got to make sure my wife can go on and maintain, this residence and everything. So we're checking into, life insurance, and I got to get healthy enough to where I can pass the test, so we don't have to spend millions of dollars for that each month. So it is what it is, but it's getting there. And again, I'll have a VR coming pretty soon on something that's really cool and nostalgic, which I'm dying to talk about. And I've got another friend, a couple people have mentioned, I've been buying a lot of strategy guides. I've really augmented my strategy guide collection. I've got dozens of new strategy guides. So I'm going to do a collection video of that. I still want to do my favorite racing games of all time for the different generations. So I have a lot of things I want to do. My Wolfenstein Return to Castle review, my Manhunt review, which I have all the footage of. It's taking up a lot of space on my computer, in fact. I could have to do a complete walkthrough of both of those games. So I've got all this footage in the computer, which I got to purge so I can free up some more hard drive space. But anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I thank you all for your kind words and support. It really does mean a lot to me. It's tough times. I'm going to try to do videos more frequently. I'll do the best I can. I'm not feeling real good right now, but I had to get this out. I've had so many people asking me. I said, the hell with it. I'm just going to do it and just make the best of it. So thank you for your patience, and thanks for understanding. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and enjoy your game hobby. It's a wonderful hobby. We are all in it for different reasons and like different dynamics and aspects and genres of it. But at the end of the day, savor it and be thankful that you could have the ability to even play games and enjoy them. It's a wonderful thing, and that's why I do this on YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys.